Step inside the ambulance.
I love this job.
Have you ever tried dipping McDonald's fries in a McFlurry?
Mate, no.
You should.
You're wrongin'. That is awful.
You seriously should.
Like, my other half dips, like, she'll get, like, crackers with Philadelphia and pickle and dip that in a tea. I mean, that's disgusting in its own right.
Cheese in a tea?
Yeah.
Right, I'm from Yorkshire. You shouldn't mess with a cup of tea. I now know why you've not got married.
Yeah, well, one of many reasons.
Nine, seven.
977 Wilkinson, 2 months old with sepsis.
No worries, we're on our way over.
999.
Michelle McNulty and Hannah Simpkins are en route to an emergency at a doctor's surgery. A GP has called 999 as she's worried about an 8-week-old baby with a high temperature and suspected blood infection.
Right, pull over, mate. Pull over. Seriously, what is wrong with people?
Sepsis is a serious complication of an infection. Without quick treatment, it can lead to organ failure and can even be fatal. Waiting for them are baby Charlotte's mum and dad, who've had a stressful start to parenthood.
What's been happening then?
So, I mean, she's preterm by
6 weeks.
6 weeks, yeah. She's preterm by 6 weeks. And I think she's got a bit of reflux in the background. Temperature since been going up since yesterday evening.
Okay.
So just seen temperature still running at 38.3.
Okay.
The last time I checked. Quite irritable.
Charlotte was born 6 weeks early by emergency caesarean, as she'd stopped growing. If they'd waited any longer, she could have died.
Oh, she's a teeny. Hello.
The size that she was.
She's £2.15 born.
Oh dear.
She's £5.10 now.
Any vomiting?
Yeah, I think that's a
Reflux, just bringing milk back up and stuff like that. Okay.
Charlotte spent 4 weeks in the neonatal unit and has only been home a few weeks. But today, her temperature is hitting 38.3, her heart is racing and she's breathing too fast. It's all ringing alarm bells for a serious blood infection, especially in a premature baby.
Yes, we'll take her to the manor then and let them have a look at her up there. With babies, especially premature babies, they can go from not particularly ill to very, very seriously ill quite quickly. So given the fact that Charlotte was quite premature and also quite underweight, you have to err on the side of caution for the fact that she's going to be way more prone than normal to get infections, and she's not going to have as much of an immune system as a full-term baby would to be able to fight it. So she needs to be seen by a doctor quite quickly.
I know, you don't like this wind. Oh dear. She just seems far too tiny to be in this seat. Oh my God.
Should we leave the blanket up there?
Yeah, we'll do for the time being, just because of the temperature. We don't want it to cool down too fast, but it's just best to not to wrap her up too much.
We've got a beer because she's been stitches.
Who's that?
Yeah, we have any tissues.
Get some tissues.
Before leaving for the hospital, Michelle takes Charlotte's temperature again.
Down 37.7.
Good.
It did that earlier, now it went down and back up.
Yeah. It's just while the body's trying to fight whatever goes on, and as you move from environments, it will naturally go down and then go back up again. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to give the hospital a ring to let them know that we're coming, and it will mean that we're on blue lights as well.
Is that just because of her age, is it?
It's because of her age, it's because of because of her temperature, and because her heart rate's quite high as well, and she's breathing quite fast. Good morning, I have an alert for you. I have a 2-month-old female who's ticking sepsis. Temp's 38.3, heart rate's 200, rest rate's 42. Will be about 3-4 minutes. Bye, bye, bye. Sepsis is very serious in babies and old people, anybody that have got bad immune systems because they just haven't got the ability to fight the infection off. So there's an infection somewhere in your body which causes high temperatures, high heart rates, high breathing rates. All of your body basically is just trying to maintain some sort of level of balance whilst it's fighting this infection, but it'll only be able to do that for so long before you essentially just get organ failure. Your organs can't cope anymore and you start to actually essentially shut down.
With the fear that baby Charlotte has sepsis, Hannah needs to check her reactions.
Good girl. Let's see if she responds here. Good girl. Right, you're not going to like me now. Hello.
Hannah monitors Charlotte constantly throughout the journey to the hospital, in case she gets worse or loses consciousness.
So she was born at 34 weeks. You were eager to come into the world, weren't you, Chicky? You wriggle those toes. Wriggle those toes. Good girl.
Baby Charlotte will now be taken straight to the emergency paediatric department.
That's the tiniest baby we've been to. Well, I've been to anyway.
She was very small.
Teeny tiny.
When we walked in and saw her, and I was like, "So you?" Got the baby?
like-
Nope, I don't. But Michelle would love to hold the baby.
Pass her over.
I don't do breakable things, and that child looks very, very breakable.
She was just so teeny tiny.
She was precious. This is why I just like kids just scare me, man. She was like a little doll. She was just tiny. I was like, oh.
She fit in my two hands.
Yeah.
Can you pass me my glasses, please? They're stinking. There's a score on them I can't get off.
Thanks.
Sophisticated now.
It'll take more than that.
Speed bump.
999 activated.
It's 4:02 on a hot Sunday afternoon. Joe Wilson and Hannah Potter have been on shift for 6 hours when their next emergency comes in.
Burns, injury, burns all his stomach, most of his chest, arms and shoulder from, it doesn't say.
It's over 30 degrees and one of the hottest days of the year so far.
Thermal burn.
Sunburn or
Yeah.
fire?
Could be sunburn here. Burns from barbecue, heli-med en route, medic on board.
A man is badly burned after being engulfed in flames trying to light his barbecue. The patient's heavily pregnant wife is there to let them in.
Are we doing all right? Where is he?
The air ambulance is hovering overhead, ready to land.
Can you hear the helicopter? That's for us, that is. Are we doing all right? Where is he? Upstairs.
Their body cameras capture everything they do firsthand.
Hello? Where are we, mate? That's fine, mate. I've got a female crew, mate, and I've got a camera that's recording. You don't mind that, do you? That's fine, yeah. So, look, buddy. All right, OK. What's happened then? What you been doing?
I was starting the barbecue. I don't know what happened. The bottle just like exploded and come over.
All over you. Okie dokie.
Eric was pouring lighter fluid onto a lit barbecue when it flashed up and exploded all over him, engulfing his chest and arms in flames.
So look then, mate. OK, you got a bit of blistering.
Yeah.
What we'll do, let's get you out of the shower, out the bath. let's get some underwear on you so that we can treat you. We've got some cool packs and stuff that we can stick on you. All right? 4-9, just a quick update from scene. Helimed not required. I think we'll be able to just handle this one fine over. Don't dry yourself, don't rub yourself dry, mate. Just a little bit of dabbing.
Eric has done the right thing by soaking his burns in cold water. But despite being in the bath for 15 minutes, he's still burning up. Joe needs to reduce his body temperature quickly.
The quicker you act with burns, the better the chances of the survival of that skin. So it needs to be tepid water, not ice water, and not warm water, anything below sort of 15 degrees. And you need to place the wounded area under that water for at least 10 to 30 minutes. All right, buddy. Go and have yourself a sit down. I've got some cool packs that we can put on you.
Eric's skin is worsening, so they need to act fast.
It's starting to blister now, to be fair. All right, buddy.
But first, Joe quickly takes pictures of Eric's burns to send to the hospital, so the doctors know what they're dealing with.
Get these cooling packs on and get you some pain relief, OK?
If you don't cool it down properly, the fatty cells within the tissues continue to retain the heat, thus making it a lot more painful, and the chances of the skin surviving, the viability of skin surviving after the burn is drastically reduced. Now we'll get you wrapped up to keep you warm.
Fellow paramedic John has been called in to give extra help. He puts cling film on Eric's skin to protect it from infection.
This might be a bit cold.
Hannah can then lay a special dressing to try and cool Eric down.
Attacking you from all angles, Eric. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some painkillers, all right? Are you allergic to anything?
No.
No? Have you taken any painkillers at all?
No.
No? Well and truly splashed yourself, haven't you, mate? Just open your eyes, mate. OK, yeah, you've singed your eyelashes for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to wear mascara, is it? Is it mascara?
Yeah.
With Eric's chest and arms dressed, Joe gives him both intravenous paracetamol and morphine for strong pain relief.
Sharp scratch, buddy, OK?
Is that helping, Eric? Is it cooling down a bit?
I still can feel like the heat.
Yeah.
It's all proving a bit too much for Sabina, Eric's wife, who's 8 months pregnant.
Are you OK with baby? Yeah, you sure? When's it due?
Next month, 22nd.
Oh, boy or girl?
Girl.
Is it your first?
Yes.
Oh, little princess.
I'll take him to the hospital.
Yeah, we will do. You all right, Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Joe and Hannah have done as much as they can. Eric now needs to get to hospital.
Do you think you'll be able to walk down, buddy?
Eric will be taken to a hospital 10 miles away, where they have a specialist trauma team.
Just hold it across.
Just wait for us, though, before you go, mate. Pop yourself on that bed there, mate. Pop your feet up, get yourself nice and comfy, all right? OK?
That's it?
Yeah?
OK?
They decide that it's best for Sabina to stay at home. Hannah and Joe now need to make Eric as comfortable as possible.
Where would you put your pain at now, Eric?
Now, actually, I cannot feel much pain. Maybe it's like 1 or... It's quite good, yeah.
Do you want a blanket over your legs?
I think I'm all right.
You OK?
Yeah,
Sure, because you're going to get cold, say.
OK, so, yeah, maybe, yeah.
If you get too hot, just throw it off.
But it was cold in that bath of water, wasn't it?
I mean, it was quite nice, to be honest.
Mind you, yeah, it is a hot day today as well, isn't it, I suppose?
I mean, the burns was quite bad, to be honest.
Yeah.
I feel like when I stop the water, I feel like I'm on fire, literally.
You got a little bit of blistering. Were you on fire at any point? Or did it just flash over and go out straight away?
I think it flashed over and then I dropped on the ground.
Cool. Did the old stop, drop and roll?
Yeah.
Fair play.
I'm just worried about my wife, you know, because she's...
Yeah, she seemed quite calm and relaxed about it once we got there, so I think she'll be all right. Yeah, you had everyone come out to you. Us, a helicopter.
You know, there's so many times we just on the garden and the helicopter is passing by and we just wonder what happened.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, strange things, you know, to just think about, you know, getting burned and the helicopter is coming for you.
Yeah. Yeah, that time it was that was all for you. That was. Oh, it was quick, wasn't it? We're here.
All right.
They did the right thing straight away, didn't they? Like
Yeah,
straight
jump
away
straight
into that
into the
bath of
bath.
cold water.
Yeah.
So that would have
That's to
kept
minimise
the blistering
yeah.
down. What about his pregnant wife? Jeez, I thought she was going to pop.
She said, did you hear her?
She's
She
like
said, oh, the baby's going to come
contractions,
early. I was like, oh no, not
like,
2
oh.
patients. Will it be 3 patients in one?
No, I know, yeah. That, I don't think we'd been able to cope with that.
I know.
That'd have been a struggle.
Have you ever licked a car window? Well, like that sort of... Have you ever licked a car window?
No.
So what did you do on long drives when you were a kid?
Well, I just didn't...
You know that thing you do where you put your mouth on a window and you blow it up? You know, when you have that... You know what I'm talking about, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Well, didn't you ever taste it then? That taste salt? Well, taste that one.
No, I'm just drinking on an
Taste that
ambulance.
one.
With over 5.6 million people living in the West Midlands, Nicole and Lee know it won't be long till their next call comes in.
Whoa,
Stop.
got a job?
It's the King's Winford Health Centre. It's a doctor's surgery to a male with chest pains.
The patient's GP made the call to 999.
52-year-old male, suspected heart attack.
It's the highest priority call the service respond to.
I'm coming through.
That's grand.
And they arrive in just 6 minutes.
Hello, good evening.
GP Louise Butler explains what's been going on.
Right, this is Robert, he's 52. Last 3 weeks he's had daily chest pain that's just been getting a little bit worse in intensity. Done an ECG just now. Some tingling in the hands, quite central, going up to the neck and jawline.
To establish if the pain could be the early signs of a heart attack, Nicole and Lee get to work straight away.
How are you feeling?
Dizzy.
Dizzy. When did that start? Just? Okay, can I put these in your legs, sweetheart?
When we go out to a patient with chest pains, the type of things that we look for is the central crushing chest pains or tight-chested. Quite often the pain is left side of chest and it will radiate. It can radiate into the left arm, it can radiate into their back, it can go up into their jaw, into their neck. They have that feeling of what we call impending doom. They know something's seriously wrong and the fact that they could possibly be dying. Robert, can I just ask, this pain that you've been getting over 3 weeks, at the end of each day, does it like go off or does it go into the next day?
It's been stopping there, it's been getting worse and worse.
And today, would you say it's the worst episode or?
It's about as bad as it's got.
Whereabouts in your chest is the pain starting?
So, yeah.
Okay, all on that left side?
This aches as well.
Okay.
And I work for a brewery. And when you're chucking 400 white barrels of ale, it's not long, but it's explosive.
Just have a quick look at our ECG, make sure we're all the same.
An ECG shows the electrical activity of the heart, but it doesn't always pick up on the early stages of a heart attack.
So on the initial inspection, that looks fine, okay. We're still going to give you some pain relief. Robert, what are your veins like?
Sunken.
Sunken, are they? They're going to be a challenge. What we'll do, if we can, we'll have a quick look at the veins, see if we can get some IV access. We'll give you a spray that goes under the tongue. We'll give some pain relief, even if it's one that you have to breathe in for the time being, until we can get some intravenous pain relief. All right. No, that's excellent.
GTN spray relaxes and widens the blood vessels. It should help to relieve any blockages to Robert's heart.
I insist we get you a wheelchair to get to the ambulance, OK? Because at the moment we don't know if it's cardiac or something else. What we don't want to do is get you walking, in which case exercise can obviously make the pain worse.
Robert's married and has a 16-year-old son. He needs to get to hospital as quickly as possible for blood tests, which can show if he's in the early stages of a heart attack.
OK, great.
Yeah.
It's up to 24-year-old student Nicole to give Robert morphine through a cannula.
Sweetheart, there's going to be a sharp scratch. Sharp scratch.
That's a good vein.
That is a good vein.
No, I'm normally not particularly good with needles.
Feel like you're going to be sick at all?
A little bit.
Oh, please warn me so I can jump out of the way.
So when you're next in at work? In the morning? Think you'll be there?
You happy to go?
Yeah, carry on. How's that sickness feeling going on?
It's going off now.
It's going up a little bit. Okay. The medicine that I gave you, I say should help.
When Robert had gone to visit his GP this evening, he never expected he'd end up at A&E. But he's showing signs of a serious heart episode.
How are we?
So what do you think was going on with Robert?
Well, he was showing all cardiac features, but the ECG was just having none of it.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to see what the outcome was.
Well, we'll go and check on him a bit later. If we get back to us as well. Another good cannula.
Woohoo!
I reckon you could do this job, you know.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Are there many jobs that keep you up at night?
No. Honestly, I don't think about it. But then again, I've not been to what I would call a serious job. Youngest arrest I've been to was 28, so same age as me.
I've been to a 19-year-old. The one that stays with me the most, I think. My brother was the same age, not much older at the time, and he looked a little bit like my brother in terms of his dress sense.
Yeah.
That was a coke overdose.
I mean, I can understand what you're saying about that guy. I mean, as I say, if I'd have a job that, say, reminded me of my sister, like, you know, if there was something that was, like, so similar, it'd probably be the similar kind of thing.
It's just a dress sense, because obviously my brother's that kind of age.
I feel like mentally, when it comes to work, quite good. And I'm sure you are as well. But
Yeah. I've had some horrific
certain
jobs.
things are going to affect you, aren't they?
Mode activated.
Nicole and Lee are out on another emergency job.
0049?
They've been called to a child.
So I just thought about your update. It says that it's a 4-year-old little boy that has had a big slab fall on his leg.
Yeah, that's received.
What's happened?
It's a 4-year-old male who has had a concrete slab fall onto his leg.
Okay, so trauma, yeah.
Yeah. Mum has now called back and the patient is appearing shocked.
So he could have potential fractures if he's appearing in shock. It could be potential blood loss, you know, if he's fractured a femur.
Nicole only has 6 months left of her training.
Good to know what size a concrete block has been to.
And with 18 years of experience, Lee's able to help her.
How did it come to fall on him in the first place?
They arrive on scene in just 5 minutes. The boy's father, Dean, is anxiously waiting for them.
Hello.
Hello.
So what's the little one's name?
Shay.
Hello, Shay. Hello.
Hello.
Are you being a brave boy?
Who's on your top?
Superman! Shay's mum, Lucy, tells the crew what happened.
We was in the back garden, turned my back for a second, and he's pulled the slab onto him, I think.
Shay's leg looks broken. He says he heard it snap when the slab fell on him.
Can you come and show me? Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
This is the slab that fell on him.
OK, so that was sat up.
The fence because the fence panels was loose, the dogs get out, look.
And little one was here.
Yeah, he was lying.
And it's come down. It's quite heavy. How much of his body was under there?
Yeah, I don't know, my partner found I was in the shower.
Take it, somebody's carried him in.
Yeah.
What did his leg do when you lifted him?
It's floppy.
It's floppy.
Yeah. That's what I said. We took his welly off outside.
It's an extra large, really thick, really
Your mum,
heavy.
has it been from the bottom here, it's flopped, or from the top?
Bottom, it was
around where it's at? OK.
Mum, we're going to give him some pain relief. We're going to sort him out. How much of his body was under the slab?
Just here.
Up until just that part?
Yeah.
OK, that's good. Yeah, obviously.
Well, his chest and nothing.
I think you need some new Superman pyjamas. Do you want to know a little secret? I've got some Superman socks on, but don't tell anybody, OK? Shh, our secret, OK? Right, I'm just going to...
Lee and Nicole check their young patient for further injuries.
How's this one feel? Good. Can you lift it? Whoa!
Really being ever so brave. Shay, I need you to be really still, OK? So we need to just pop a little needle to your arm and it'll be over within a flash, OK? Once we've done that, we can give you some really big, strong painkillers, OK? And make that pain go away.
Mum, do you want to hold that hand and try and distract him a little? You look at Mum.
Keep still.
I'm not getting anything.
Student Nicole hasn't been able to get the cannula in first time.
Sorry, sweetheart. Shay was my first attempt at cannulating a kid, and I don't think anybody should underestimate how difficult it can be.
The difficulty in cannulating children is that the anatomy is so different, it's so much smaller.
You're okay, sweetheart.
What Nicole did was absolutely fine, the skills, the techniques, it was all very appropriate. It's just unfortunate that the cannula wasn't progressing as it should. So yeah, it can be very difficult, very stressful. You're the bravest boy that we've seen today, you really are, yeah? And I think if I hurt my leg, I'd be crying as well. But we'll give you some nice medicine and it'll help take the sting off your leg. Shut up, Scratch.
While Lee tries to get a new needle into Shay's hand, Nicole gives him gas and air to try and ease the pain straight away.
See this, sweetheart? This'll help you make you feel better, okay? Right. And then breathe in. Nice and slow.
With the cannula in, Lee will be able to give him morphine. But the gas and air is already having an effect.
I'm going to make...
Oh, he likes it
yeah. Has the pain gone away altogether? Yeah. Mum, I'm going to give him a little bit of morphine as well, because we're going to have to put that into a splint.
Yeah.
It's like a vacuum splint that we take the air out and it goes like a solid boost, like a plaster cast. OK? Now, young man, I need you to be really brave. One more time. That poorly leg, we're going to put into a splint, so it's a bit like a plaster cast. Have you seen a plaster cast before? OK? So we're just going to make sure it doesn't move around. OK? So we just need to hold your leg. You have a breathe on this.
Lee and Nicole know it's going to be difficult moving Shay's broken leg and that he's likely to get more upset.
If any of you are queasy, you might want to look away.
They've given him morphine and gas and air to deal with the pain.
Right, as much as that leg. Now, young man, breathe on this, because I'm going to have to move your leg.
This might hurt a little bit, but not, it's going to hurt, but it'll be all right.
Let your leg go. Bring your leg down.
Bring it. That's it. Just let it go a bit floppy.
But it looks like the morphine is starting to work.
Mum, it doesn't hurt. Oh, that's all right then.
We'll give you lots of good medicine, don't we? Yeah. OK.
It tickles.
Tickles better than hurting. It's good.
45 minutes after arriving,
Nice and steady, Dad.
And with his leg in a vacuum splint, Shay is taken inside the ambulance.
OK. Come aboard. Yay, hello. Oh, bottom right up there. That's lovely.
Boy, well done.
Are you OK? We can pat this hand down. That's it. That's fine. Who's coming with us?
Me.
Mum? Come on, then. Climb aboard. I'll just close up, then. You just pop your seatbelt on, Mum. Depending on how the fracture lies, may require surgery, OK? It may be straightforward, clean fracture.
Yeah.
If that's the case, they'll just put it in a plaster cast. Normally it's like 6-8 weeks in plaster, but we won't know until we get x-rayed.
Just show it when you're happy.
Yeah, I'm good.
Can't believe what he's done.
Accidents happen,
I
don't
know,
they?
that's, he was saying, I'm sorry. And you've done it. You've been really brave, haven't you?
Just 10 minutes later, and they arrive at hospital.
Look who I found. Somebody that you might know.
Hello. You're doing right. Yeah.
Shay will need his leg x-rayed to find out how bad the fracture is and if he needs surgery.
Oh, little Shay.
He was a star,
darling.
wasn't he? Definitely patient of the day.
He was so good.
So brave.
Yeah.
He even said to his mum, I've broken my leg.
I know. He felt it snap.
So that was a 3-foot by 2-foot garden slab, and I think I'd be struggling to lift it. It was that heavy, and it's tippled and gone onto his and crushed his leg.
Well, Mum lifted it off. She says, I don't know why. She says, but I just lifted it. And I said, you got Superman string.
So here's me saying I wouldn't be able to lift it, and then you're telling me that Mum's lifted it. OK, I might have been able to lift it then. Yeah.
You're in an off 6 tomorrow, aren't you? Yeah. It's all right for me because I'm on nights.
Yeah, you get that lying.
Might have a pint of my home brew even. No, that's come on. Very nicely.
Is this toxic level yet?
It's not. It's the best one I've made. I mean, that's not saying much.
How strong? Do you reckon now?
Oh, if we're going to put a figure on these sort of things, of course, about 7.22%.
Michelle and Hannah are 2.5 hours into their 12-hour shift.
It is breathing problems, female. That's all I know. Don't swing. I thought they were going to swing right then.
Their patient has collapsed at home.
Alexandra, who's 89.
Waiting for them are Alan and Svetlana, who's very worried about her 89-year-old mother, who's blind.
Hello there. Right then, what's been happening?
She just sort of collapsed on this side, yes, and I had to actually get her back, and she immediately sort of came back, and she's done it within last week, twice already. It's a short time.
Okay. And was that for a collapse as well when she was in last time?
Collapse, she doesn't remember anything, she doesn't recollect anything.
Okay. Is that a new thing that she doesn't remember, or has that been going on for a while?
The second week now.
The second week where she's not really remembering anything? Okay.
What does she suffer with?
Kidney failure, end stage, heart failure, end stage. She's in palliative care.
Okay.
It's always difficult. There's nothing that you can do for that person medically at that point because they've obviously reached the end of their life. It's about making them comfortable and just making sure that they're cared for in that sense, sort of cared approach rather than actually providing any medical intervention for them.
I see our role as kind of preserving life, and in that instance, you're not at all. You can't. So that's 100, huh?
Svetlana has been caring for her mum at home for the last 4 months. She does have some nursing support, but as her mum's condition has worsened, Svetlana has been feeling the pressure.
And she banged her head on the back of the mirror, did you say? Onto there, okay. And she was complaining of pain in her chest initially?
She was very shallow breathing.
Yeah.
Then suddenly she started breathing very deeply and just sort of instantaneous all changes.
She ever had any strokes, TIAs?
Not as far as I know.
Although Alexandra suffers from heart and kidney failure, Hannah and Michelle need to work out if something else has caused her to collapse.
Has she seen the doctor about any of this?
The doctor said that it might be heart attack, it might be stroke.
He didn't refer her to go to hospital or anything?
She's in palliative care, she will not go to
Okay.
hospital.
Does she suffer from any dementia at all? No. Does she seem any more confused?
She seems a bit more confused since she became ill, but I think it's perhaps the heart don't give enough blood to the brain and perhaps that's what's happening.
Okay. Everything looks as we'd expect it to look with what you've mum's obviously got with the heart failure and stuff like that. You can see the heart failure on there, but there isn't anything else on there of any confirm. Not as far as we can see. It's obvious that she's very well cared for and that you know everything that's going on, which is fantastic. Is it your intention that she stays here with you and that you care for her at home?
It was our intention, I don't know. The thing is I'm full-time work.
Oh, okay.
I don't want her to be somewhere else, but they don't want to give us enough support.
Yeah. There is a referral that we can make if we believe that either your mum or yourselves need more support. We're more than happy to do that for you if you want, just to try and sort of, like I say, I can't guarantee that it's going to make any difference, but at least if it's coming from somebody else and we've, as a separate service, have come in and said, this is what we've seen, this is what we've spoken about, this is what we, think would be helpful to try and add you any extra support that they can.
She's my mum, and I wouldn't want for anyone actually go through this. I'm fighting for her because I know that if I was in her shoes, I hope she would have it.
I'm sure she would. It was quite apparent that they were under stress and pressure, and it was very apparent of how close the bond was between mother and daughter. She was obviously very, very concerned about her, which is natural. She was doing the best that she could, but actually didn't really seem as though she was getting anywhere with getting extra help. All we can try and do at that point is try and provide support and any sort of knowledge or anything sort of to do with pathways to try and make sure that Alexandra stays as comfortable as possible for as long as she can. It's very easy for somebody to say, do this, do that and do the other, but it's not the same when it's a member of your family that you want to do the best for her, which you obviously are. We go to a lot of people that aren't well cared for, either by their family or by care homes or something like that, and you can instantly tell people that are well cared for, and your mum's clearly very well cared for.
I don't mind to actually care for her, but I just need support to make sure that she's safe.
Yeah, absolutely. We will make all those recommendations in our paperwork. We'll go and ring the safeguarding team, as they call it now, but they're your link to the social services. And if you do need anything else in the meantime, anything at all, then please call us.
All sense from you two then.
Yeah. Much more. Yeah,
together.
We do try. It's a very sad situation for everybody to be in when it gets to that point. That it's just so hard to find the right thing to do for somebody. She wants to be doing the best thing that she possibly can for her mum, but she just doesn't know how to access services. And they've kind of gone round and round and round in circles and not really got anywhere at the end of it. It's understandable that they wanted to pass away at home, because if it was me or a member of my family, especially given the fact also that, like she said at the end, she's blind and she doesn't speak the language. So for her, being in an alien environment, even though she's not got dementia, is going to be wildly confusing because she can't see anybody and also can't hear anything.
999 road activated.
Baby Charlotte proved a real worry for her parents. Her temperature continued to rise at hospital, and she had to stay in for 5 days while she was treated for sepsis. The cause of her fever was never diagnosed, but she's now back at home and doing well. The burns team were ready and waiting at hospital to treat Eric after he was engulfed in flames from barbecue lighter fluid. His quick thinking to get straight in the bath and pour cold water on the wound significantly reduced the severity of his burns, although his right hand is still badly damaged. Eric's now got rid of his barbecue and recently welcomed his baby daughter Emily into the world.
4-year-old Shay, who was badly injured when a concrete slab fell on him, had broken his leg in 2 places, and he had to use a wheelchair to get around. Luckily, he got to his nursery graduation, and 2 weeks after starting school, the cast came off.
Robert's GP called 999 after he went to see her complaining of bad chest pains. He was kept in hospital for tests for 2 days and then discharged. But just a week later, Robert had a massive heart attack while at work. He had emergency surgery and is now recovering at home. And just over a week after Hannah and Michelle visited Alexandra, she passed away at home with her family at her bedside. Her last words were, "Do not worry, everything will be fine."
I feel like I've moved into this truck.
Yeah, you just feel like a home from home now, doesn't it? You get back in and go, oh yeah. And there's an idiot. Or also known a future customer.
Move out my way. Oh, now look, you made me do.
I thought he was going then.
Mate, I'm a better driver than you.
What is consistent of a better driver? Is it the fact that I'm faster and smoother than you?
Your driving's terrible when it comes to smoothness.
I bet you would have said I'm a better driver than you. I didn't say anything. I didn't bring it into it.
When did I say that?
At the start of the conversation.
Did I?
It's 5:20 in the afternoon, and Gaz Clark and Liam Dale are coming towards the end of their 12-hour shift.
Like, that's what I most enjoy about the job, is probably hearing all the different people's stories. Like, you know, when you go to people from the older generation, and they've just got so many great stories to tell you.
Such variety.
Yeah, like meeting the people that have been like prisoner of war camps and things like that, and it's like, that's a completely different world to me. Like,
I think the diversity of the jobs as well. The amount of different jobs you do.
You're never bored, are you? My least favourite bit of the job is this bit right now, where I'm trying to get out of this junction and no one's letting me out.
But there's no more time for chit-chat. A call has just come in.
Another job?
It's to a young man who's taken an overdose.
Oh, it's got to be Cat 1, this.
We're the only unit responding. No worries, give you a heads up when you get there. Cheers, mate. We're going to male, 16 plus, private address, unconscious, noisy breathing. Showing 2 minutes away. There we are. Suction as well, please, Liam.
When they arrive, they're met by the patient's girlfriend, 18-year-old Katie.
Right, what's been going on?
Her boyfriend has drunk a harmful liquid.
Right, do you want to come out the way, bud? So I can get in. And he's done it on purpose, yeah?
22-year-old Chris is on the floor, not moving.
Right. Come on, open your eyes. You can open your eyes for me. You are conscious. Okay, so what have you took? No, he can talk to me. Come on, talk to me.
Chris drank the harmful fluid after a row with his girlfriend.
Talk to me.
Hey, talk to us, Dave. Come on.
Right. Okay. All right. So that means you can be talking to me. You've got normal breathing. You're flicking your eyes underneath. You're not going to gain anything by not talking to us. So start responding and talking to me.
Chris, mate. Not being funny, just talk.
Stop messing around. Talk to us. Let us know what's going on.
So that's 96%.
96. Absolutely.
Pulse of 111, because he's obviously panicking a bit now.
Yeah. Are you going to sit up, sir, and take your coat off?
Otherwise, I'm going to have to cut it, mate.
Yeah, come on. Sit up for us. I take it he normally walks around? Pardon? He normally walks around normally? Yeah. Sit up.
But not only has Chris swallowed dangerous fluids, he's self-harmed too.
He's also slit his wrist.
Right. On his right wrist by the looks of it all. Is it on this? Which side?
It's very awkward when you've got a patient that does require our assistance. He has took some kind of an intentional overdose, so we need to treat him.
You need to talk to us, Chris.
Grab a look at your wrist.
When they're not cooperating at all and they're making it awkward for us, then it's hard to actually help that person. So whether it's gaining their trust by doing a nice softly, or sometimes it needs to be that firm hand, tell them to stop messing around, sit up and help us. Otherwise, we're in a very awkward position.
Well, you need to come to hospital with us.
Chris, please.
You do?
I don't, man. Right, either you cooperative with us or we get the police here, mate.
You've took a liquid to intentionally harm yourself.
So?
That is not classed as normal behaviour, so if necessary, we'll actually get the police to enforce your removal from here to hospital. Because we've got a duty of care, so you either come cooperatively or under the Mental Capacity Act, OK? Which we'd rather not do. Let me just get this off your arm, OK?
Although Chris is now cooperating, Gaz discovers he's not the only patient. After their row, girlfriend Katie took some tablets, which led to Chris drinking the harmful fluid.
You've took some tablets as well.
So do you know how many you took?
At the end of the day, you've took an intentional overdose of tablets. Yeah. So we need, although you're absolutely fine now, we need to get you up there. It's going to make you feel crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. So we need to get you checked out. At the same time, we need to get him checked out. We'd rather do it all. Yeah, I know, but both can come together. Yeah. But we'd rather get everything sorted out now, nice and relaxed, nice and amicably, do our checks, get you off to hospital, get it sorted out. Yeah, there you go.
Now, with 2 overdose patients on his hands, Gaz wants to get Katie and Chris to hospital to be fully checked, to make sure there's no long-term damage.
Not on any one of those seats on the left, man.
What started as a lover's tiff has spiralled out of control.
I'll jump in the front, mate.
Yeah, I'll give you a shout in a minute when we're ready to go. Partner to take it? Yes. Right. If you don't mind me asking, what was the argument over?
Don't even know. Should better off asking her.
He said to ask you.
It's just other silly stuff like was accusing each other and stuff.
I'm not going to say anything that's happened today is stupid, because it isn't, because you've had your own reasons for doing it. And if you've got reasons for doing something, those are your reasons. I might think it is not wise, but I'd never call somebody stupid, okay? But you need to talk to each other. So, taking the tablets didn't sort it anything, has it? Has it escalated the situation?
Yeah.
And it's made it worse, hasn't it?
With the couple now more relaxed, father of 5 Gaz is keen to share some relationship advice with them.
The real little niggly things really annoy the hell out of each other. Leaving a cupboard open. What really annoys me about my wife, having half a cup of coffee and just leaving it on the side by the sink. This points out the hassles it is living together. God, how people don't kill each other, I don't know. And if ever people are going to get married, I think you need to live together first to find out whether it's ever going to work. It's the most stressful thing yet. Yeah, life's not going to be easy, but come on in. Let's get you out. Let's get you in. That'll be the next argument, by the way, the mess you've made in the bathroom now. Right, come on.
I see you were giving some relationship advice.
Oh, God, yeah, I was doing my dad lecture.
Experience.
That's it, here comes my dad lecture. And then when she said her date of birth and that, I thought, she's about 3 months older than my daughter.
How young was she?
Yeah, 18.
18.
Yeah.
Every time I go, I say to her, I'm having that Uncle Bulgaria. Give me that Uncle Bulgaria. And she almost agreed.
What is this?
Uncle Bulgaria, her womble.
What's that?
What's the wombles?
Oh, is that like the hedgehoggy type things? Like the
Are you serious? You never heard of the wombles of Wimbledon?
I think so. But they've got like the long snouts.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Is that the clangers?
No, that's the wombles. Long snout with a little buttonny nose.
Oh, okay.
I used to love the wombles when I was a kid.
Yeah, I've got it with no mobile for you.
It's 10:30 and Ash Bolus and Gary Beasley have just got their latest call out.
It's a 4-year-old female with a head injury after fall.
Hopefully they can communicate with her.
That would be good, yeah.
Gary and Ash have been called to a young child who's bleeding from the head.
Did she say the mother couldn't get a word out?
Yeah, they're a bit, I think, hysterical on the phone.
Yeah.
So it's this one here.
Lovely. Okay.
There we go.
The crew's body-worn cameras capture everything.
You okay?
Anxiously waiting for them are parents Sarah and Danny.
Hello. So, who's this then?
Ellie.
And what's happened to Ellie?
She's come run out the kitchen and into the door frame.
Okay.
4-year-old Ellie seems dazed. She could be
Ellie.
concussed from
Yeah.
the fall.
So, Dad's just rang because you've had a bit of a fall. Okay? Are you okay? It's okay.
Ellie's parents think she's unusually quiet.
Is she normally fit and well?
Yeah, she's always running about.
Always running about, normally fit and well. So she was running from out of the
kitchen.
Out of the kitchen.
Stood on the laminate.
On the laminate, onto the corner of
The door frame.
the door frame. Right, okay. Oh dear me. How do you feel?
It's a bit sore.
A bit sore. Okay.
Ellie's very withdrawn. Gary has 5 children himself, so knows he needs to win her trust before trying to assess her injuries.
Have you got a doggy in there?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Snoop.
Snoop. What sort of dog is he? Do you know what sort of... You don't know? Building rapport with the child is to show that we're there to help them and trying to cotton on to something that they're interested in, whether that be a toy, to try and create that bond. Do you mind if we can put a little plastic probe on your finger? Is that okay? Just to see what your oxygen levels are. Is that okay? So I'll show you how it works. Look, it's like a little...
It's like a crocodile.
Like a crocodile clip. Yeah. So I'll just put it on there.
Does she lose any consciousness or anything like that through it?
She's just fallen asleep, just like...
Just falling asleep, she didn't not like knock herself out or anything?
No.
Okay.
Falling asleep after a head injury can be a sign of concussion.
How are you feeling now? Is it okay? 37 out.
Gary wants to check Ellie's reactions.
So look at my nose. Can you see a spot on my nose? You can. You can. You can see a spot on my nose. Right? Is the spot moving on my nose? Is it moving? No, of course it's not. Okay. Can I just have a look at this little cut off? That's lovely. It could just be pulled together. Okay. Does that a bit sore? Is it?
Yeah.
Is it a bit sore? So there's a couple of options we have really, where really we could just pop some glue on, right, and a little steri-strip, which is like a plaster, like where they glue the head. It'll come together quite nice. Just a slight smear across there. It stings a little bit, do you know what I mean? And it's just like a plaster. Does that sound good? Yeah. Okay.
Ellie's going to have to go to hospital to get her cut treated.
Okay, all right. We'll be back in a bit. Oh, where was that? I'm going to sit here. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gary keeps Ellie chatting to check for any signs of concussion.
Who cooks the dinner?
Daddy.
Daddy cooks the dinner.
My mum's pregnant.
Yes. What's your favourite dinner?
Pizza.
So what's your favourite on the pizza?
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni. Yeah. Is she pepperoni mad? And what's your favourite drink?
Lemonade.
Lemonade. Right, okay. And does Daddy like lemonade?
Yeah.
He likes lemonade, or does he drink beer?
Drinks beer sometimes.
Okay.
And he drinks some lemonade.
And he drinks some lemonade. Does he water it down a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Huh? So the kids always tell the truth? Yeah? They always tell the truth.
Reached your destination.
After initially being wary of the ambulance crew, it seems like Ellie's found a new friend in Gary.
Come on, man. It's very cold, isn't it?
Can't cope with change, Beck. Don't do change. Get a bit twitchy when change comes around. Even if, like, one of my mates changes my plans, I'm like that. Why? What are we doing? Why have we changed it? Can't make today, I'm really unwell. So what am I going to do instead then? Honestly. You are terrible. I'm a lovably terrible person. Lovable rogue. Lovable rogue.
It's 9:20 p.m. and Stuart Punter and Adam Naylor are coming towards the end of their shift when they get a call out.
We're going to the telephone kiosk near Shoe Zone on Dudley High Street.
999 mode activated.
Before becoming a student paramedic 6 months ago, Adam worked in the control centre as an emergency call taker and is used to getting calls from telephone boxes.
Usually children that have run off. That's what I used to get in control, and you could tell it was kids. Because it would always be about 3:30, always near a school. Yeah. Which you could always see on the map as well.
Just a minute later, Stuart and Adam arrive at the scene in Dudley Town Centre.
Arrived in mode activated.
Should we go and see if we can find him first, or do you want to take all our stuff with us? Because that's the telephone kiosk.
Yeah, we'll go down and have a look, shall we?
Yeah, so that's probably the best idea, isn't it?
They begin their search.
All right, there's a gent there standing in the market.
Yeah.
Is he with someone? No, he's on his own, isn't he?
Didn't even get a name, did they?
Nope.
I think there's another telephone kiosk down there as well. We'll have a look in that one. I don't think it is our man. Hello, mate.
Have you called for an ambulance at all? Have you called for an ambulance?
No?
No?
Okay,
No,
mate.
okay.
He doesn't look like he needs us anyway.
No, he doesn't. Doesn't feel like he's got raging stomach pain, does he?
Even though this is starting to look like a wasted trip, Adam and Stuart need to be absolutely sure.
Have a look anyway.
Well, we'll have a look at all of them, I don't mind. Got to be thorough, haven't we?
Having searched the length of the high street with no luck, frustration is starting to set in.
I can't understand what joy you would get on a 999 ambulance from a telephone box just to
I know, just to see it.
just to waste time.
We'll have a look around this side. I can't think of any more telephone kiosks.
Well, it was near Shoe Zone, wasn't it? So.
With nothing more to be done, they head back to the ambulance.
Well,
there we go. Another life saved.
All in a day's work.
But then, Control comes through with an update. The caller may have been found.
Let's see, many thanks.
So, they believe that it's a regular, so we're going to go to his address.
The man they think may have phoned is known to the ambulance service and lives just one street away from the phone box where the original call was made.
Ah, it's this street down here. Oh, he's in this block of flats here.
Oh, I think I may have been to him.
Less than a minute later, they're outside the suspected caller's home. Adam and Stuart go to investigate, but have to turn off their cameras. Getting to the top of the stairs, there's a man waiting for them.
Hello there. Have you called for an ambulance? You haven't?
No, not at all. Not from the telephone kiosk.
I'm alright.
You all right, mate?
You don't need an ambulance.
Was it you that rang, though?
Yeah.
It was.
I'm alright.
Okay, mate. Welcome to the life of an ambulance crew.
Every year, West Midlands Ambulance Service receives over 1,000 hoax calls, wasting hundreds of thousands of pounds. After 30 minutes of wasted time, all that's left for Stuart and Adam to do is update control.
We have gone to the property. He did answer, advised that no ambulance was required, but he did call us and he's feeling fine now. Refused any observations, refused any assessment. So we'll clear at scene.
Oh, we've got another dog.
It's 2:45 in the afternoon. Hannah Meredith and Claire McCullough have just started their 12-hour shift.
It's breathing problems, heart failure. Oh, bradycardic. Lovely.
Bradycardia is a slow heart rate of fewer than 60 beats per minute. The normal for an adult is between 60 and 100.
Hiya.
Waiting for them is 74-year-old John, who's experiencing heart pain and difficulty breathing.
Dave, what's the problem, sir?
I suffer with heart failure.
Right.
Heart failure is a serious condition which can't be cured. For John, it means he has limited mobility. He lives alone and his breathing has become so painful he can barely move.
Yeah, what it is, I've got shortness of breath. Since Sunday, I can't lie flat.
Do you feel like you're getting suffocated when you lie flat?
Breathing goes very, very shallow.
Right. He looked like a cardiac patient, as in he did look a little bit grey, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Sort of sweaty and bothered. And those are kind of big telltale signs for us that something cardiac is going on.
It's now becoming clear to Claire and Hannah that John's chest pain is caused by his escalating heart condition.
So you called an ambulance because you were having this shortness of breath and things like that, yeah?
I was feeling really light-headed, you know, I couldn't move, couldn't walk.
OK. We're just going to pop some dots onto your chest if that's all right with you.
Yeah, go on.
John has already been to hospital for chest pain today. Since being discharged, his breathing has got even worse.
Do you have any pain at all in your chest?
Only when I move.
Just when you move? So, and it goes away when you're sitting down?
Yeah, but sometimes when I get the palpitations.
So you get palpitations as well?
Yeah, it's like somebody's got a belt round my chest and that.
Right, and pulling it dead tight. OK, doke.
Claire wants to see if there have been any changes in John's heart rate since it was checked at hospital earlier.
This morning I went and I had this, what's it put on?
Yeah, and what?
And then started panicking, you know, I said, what's the matter? And she said, you got a low heart rate.
And they sent you home?
Yeah. And I says, oh, well, it does drop to 70 sometimes. She says, it's 38. I said, oh, God, no.
What's it at the moment?
We're about 50.
Yeah. You're sort of hovering between 50 and 60 at the moment.
Okay, if you could just keep nice and still for me, just nice and relaxed, no moving or talking for me.
Yeah, it is a bit on the slower side. I definitely think it's worth a trip up the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you, last night, I thought I took my last breath.
Because you were lying down?
Yeah.
Right.
And I thought to myself,
Let's pop this in your ear.
I can't carry on like this, you know.
No, you're quite right.
And I phoned my son. I said, you know me in ambulances. I don't like phoning them. I said, they've got enough to do. He said, that's what they're bloody there for.
Exactly. What I say to most people is, right, with the head, the heart or the lungs, you don't mess around. You've got a chronic condition, okay? And so you're the type of person that when you're unwell, you need an ambulance. You call us, that's what we're here for. I'm going to get the wheelchair because I don't really want you to walk because your shortness of breath. I mean, you got a little bit out of breath just standing up. We'll get the wheelchair. He did have that sense that, you know, this was it now. This was going to be his last sort of few breaths or whatever. I think because of his medical past, I think it did concern him largely that now his heart was just going to give up completely. I had the perfect right to feel the way that he did. It would have been very scary for him having all that knowledge.
Claire and Hannah decide that John needs to be taken to A&E to have his heart examined by specialists.
God, look at this muscle woman.
She's done well there, hasn't she?
Yeah, she must have had her Weetabix this morning. All right, you okay?
Prop yourself on here.
That's it. Swing your legs up. Right, let's have a little listen to your heart sounds now, okay? Okay. Have they ever mentioned anything about a leaky heart valve? They have, I can hear it. So it's wear and tear and lifestyle choices. Because of the wear and tear, smoking, drinking, you know, working in pubs or working in heavy industry, you know, dust, environment.
There was somebody at a restaurant.
Smoky.
2 ballrooms.
Right.
And he's 18 hours a day, 6 days a week.
So there you go.
As John is 74, he's been told by doctors that he's not eligible for a heart transplant operation.
Consultants and that, for a weekend, they're getting £6,000 going on Saturday to Sunday.
I had a good analogy for that, right? So a surgeon took his car to a garage to have his engine fixed, right? And the mechanic turned to this surgeon and said, "Why is it you get paid all this thousands of pounds for fixing somebody's engine? I'm a mechanic, I fix the heart of your car." And the surgeon said to him, "But do you fix the engine whilst it's still running?" There's the point. These people are highly trained and your heart is simply in their hands. And I think that surgeons deserve every penny they get. Right, just going to unplug you with all this bits and bobs.
John's low and erratic heart rate will be investigated by doctors in A&E.
He said the only real thing that would help it is having a heart transplant, which they're not going to do because he's too old now.
It's quite sad though, isn't it?
It
really,
is,
when
yeah.
you're kind of being told that.
It sounds like he has a good family though.
Yeah, I think his granddaughter
Was
helps
it?
him.
Yeah. I can't imagine him pushing a Hoover around or...
Yeah, exactly. To be honest, I can't imagine pushing the Hoover around.
To be fair, it's going to be a lovely day.
Can't handle the heat. It's going to be ginger skin. I'll let you go back. How was your sunburn?
Horrific. It's uncomfortable, let's put it that way.
How did you get so sunburned?
All I did, it was cut the lawn and trim the bush. I couldn't have been out there for more than half hour. I've got a petrol lawnmower, Liam. Like, do you know what I mean? It's easy. Yeah, I was only out there for 25 minutes or so.
That's like my levels of like...
It's got worse as I've got older.
Factor 50 is where it's at.
Stand well clear.
Vehicle reversing.
It's 12:43 p.m. Hannah Simpkins and Michelle McNulty have just dropped off a patient at hospital when another emergency comes in, a suspected dislocation.
Male in his 20s, some sort of trauma. Patient bent down and felt left kneecap go to the side.
I haven't had me a good dislocation in a while.
They've been called to a workshop at a college. Their patient is mechanical technician, 22-year-old Josh.
Hello. All right.
He's sprained, isn't he?
He's sprained, isn't he?
I fell over.
Yeah.
And my kneecap popped out and it slid all around here. And then I rolled over and it like, seemed to pop back in, but it was really painful. I can't move it.
Oh, really? Have you tried to move it?
I could.
Or are you just feeling too nervous to move
Pick
it?
it up and move it up and down, but it's really, really painful.
Where's it painful?
All around here.
Okay.
Then it might still be slightly dislocated. That's the arc of your kneecap, and it should be about there.
It is really painful.
Yeah.
Ever had gas in air before?
Nah.
Seen people
I've
use it?
been told it's... I was waiting till my missus was a neighbour, but I'll have some now.
Okay. Put this mouthpiece in your mouth, make a tight seal around it, okay? Nice slow deep breaths. It might make you feel a bit drunk, a bit lightheaded, a bit sick,
Yeah.
okay?
Oh, sick.
Yeah. If it does, stop taking it and it'll wear off, okay?
Just inhale.
There you go. When you inhale, it opens the valves.
Put your teeth on it, like grit it with your
Deep
teeth.
breath like you're trying to suck through a
That's
straw.
it.
That's it. What we'll do, Josh, is we'll go and get our bed, all right? We'll get you onto the bed, and then we'll take you out to the ambulance and do all the checks out there, mate, all right? Yeah, you have to go to hospital and have an x-ray to make sure it's in the right place. Is that okay? Yeah? You're looking at me like you're a bit spaced already. Any good? Yeah? Right, I'll go and get them then. Yeah. Right then, Josh, what we're going to do is you're going to bend your good leg, put all your weight on your good leg, okay?
Ready?
Ready?
There we go.
I'm going to pull the back of your trousers.
That's
Josh.
it,
Sorry, mate.
that's it, that's it.
Done?
All right?
Yeah. Good man. Right, big breaths, Josh. Ready? Bump, Josh. Ready?
Sorry.
There you go.
So you've never dislocated anything before?
No. Right, have a couple of deep breaths on that gas, Josh, because I need to just try and feel where your actual kneecap is, okay?
Josh texts his pregnant girlfriend to let her know what's going on while Hannah investigates.
I think it's actually back in place, Josh. It's just the amount of swelling that's gone round it. It's just ballooned out, which is why it's as painful as it is at the moment.
Right.
When, obviously, the kneecap dislocates, it's not just the kneecap that moves, everything goes with it. So your muscles get damaged, sometimes your ligaments and your tendons can get damaged because they're always fighting to keep everything in place. So unfortunately, the first thing that happens is you not only get pain because of the injury, you also get pain because you get a rush of fluid to the area that's carrying all the right stuff to be able to fix it. But then obviously it makes your knee or your ankle or whatever 3 times the size that it would be normally. All right.
How's the pain now?
13.
If you could score it out of 10, what would you score it at?
At the minute, probably about an 8 or a 9.
Would you like something stronger?
What's stronger?
Paracetamol.
Is that stronger than this?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do here then? Do you
I'm a technician.
teach?
I'm going to train to be a teacher, hopefully.
Right, Josh, nice and still for me. Sharp scratch.
Hannah wants to give Josh paracetamol through his vein as it works more quickly.
So, very much. Right then, Josh, we'll get you some paracetamol set up, mate, and then we'll pop you up to the hospital.
Tendai?
Josh's friend Tendai accompanies him to hospital.
Right, this is your seat.
You've only come to get off early.
Oh, basically, yeah.
Why not? It takes about 10 minutes till that fully works into your system, Josh. All right, but it should give you some sort of like long-term pain relief when they're moving you and when they're messing with your leg and stuff, and they'll probably give you some more interlocks and then something stronger when you get there as well. All right, but for the time being, just keep puffing away on the gas.
Something stronger, I'm already off stones.
But although Josh seems to be enjoying the gas and air, his knee is still hurting him.
But should it be this powerful? Or
It will
really
be, yeah.
painful?
Yeah. It will be.
How long are we talking for?
It varies,
healing?
mate. It varies, to be honest. It depends how bad a dislocation it is. 2 to 4 days, I'd have thought. Because once it's back in place, you obviously have to build the strength back up in it. The longer that you're off it for.
Am I going to get up tomorrow?
You'll have to go on your crutches. Take your crutches in, play the sympathy vote, and then you won't have to get up and go to the bar. Right, take all these wires off you, Josh.
Yay! I'm a dreaming.
I'll let you take the stickers off.
Can I keep the gas and air in the waiting room if I've got to stay in there?
Not in the waiting room, you can have it when we go inside. But when you go in the waiting room, we're going to leave you and go and have our dinner, and we're going to take the gas with us.
Oh.
Sorry.
What would your last meal be?
My last meal?
Yeah.
Anything I want. I'll be honest, my missus makes this chicken and Mediterranean vegetable pie.
Seriously, you would have something you've had before?
What if I try something new? What if it's really crap and it's my last meal and all I remember...
You won't be able to remember it anyway, would you?
Dying is I just had a crap meal. Well, what would you have then?
What would I have?
Yeah.
Well, I'd probably have fish finger sandwich with cheese on, because apparently that tastes really good. Yeah.
If you were going to die, you'd
Yeah.
have like fish fingers.
Apparently it's really nice, but it
Fish
sounds
finger
really
sandwich?
horrible.
Yeah, but what if it was like rank and you couldn't actually eat it because it's like a last taste of something and that taste's not going to be very nice?
I've got to think about this one, but it wouldn't be something I've had already.
Honestly, no, I've had it like twice in the past and that's all you need is that pie, like out of this world.
I'll probably have that then. Being as I've never had it before, I'll try it.
You'd have that as your last meal? Yeah, that's such a...
It's 8:30 p.m. and paramedics Hannah Meredith and Claire McCullough are en route to their next emergency call. It's to a 28-year-old mother who has scalded herself with boiling water.
She's got a burn on her groin.
From a cup of tea.
From a cup of tea. Oh, bless her. Should we ask if she had a rich tea with it?
Technically, that would be a good question there because biscuits have got sugar in them.
Oh, yeah.
And sugar sticks the skin when it's
yeah,
burnt.
good. So
you know, actually...
How many sugars does she take in her tea and what did she dunk exactly? Yeah, that's a really good question.
Time is of the essence to prevent the burn from causing long-lasting injuries to the woman's skin.
Oh, I hope she's not burnt too bad.
I mean, what an area to get a burn on.
I
mean,
not
a
right,
burn's
is it?
sore anyway, but in a nice, soft, tender
You
spot,
just want
you
a
get a burn.
starfish on the bed for like a week, wouldn't you?
That's true.
Where is she?
Mum of 4, Adrienne, has been unable to get off the floor since she burnt herself.
Hello.
That looks quite sore. So what happened?
It's the tea.
A cup of tea? Yeah.
Adrienne's husband had brought her a cup of tea in bed, but she spilt it on herself.
Okay. My name's Claire. This is Hannah. All right. Did you put cold water on it?
Yeah, cold.
Yeah, okay. It looks like it's just on the surface, all right? Did the water go anywhere else? Has it gone down into your groin or?
Just
all the way. Yeah, it does look quite red and painful. Yeah, I can see. Right, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to open this up and we're going to put something on top of it to cool it down a little bit, okay? Does it feel like it's still burning at the moment? Yeah?
Adrienne's children are playing in the next room, unaware their mum has hurt herself.
Where's the worst bit here, is it? Yeah.
I think you'll probably end up with a little bit of a blister going on there once it heals up a bit. Once we've popped that on, okay, what we'll do is we'll get you to sit up on the chair because I think your bum might be going a little bit numb on the floor. And then we'll plug you into our machine and do your blood pressure and everything like that, okay?
Hannah applies a cooling pad to prevent the burn from causing further damage.
This stuff's really, really good. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's very good. It really helps soothe it. Sorry if it stings. So we just need to smooth it down just so it goes right in, okay?
Once it's been on for a couple of seconds, it'll feel loads better, okay? There you go.
Okay, and so you've got it sort of here and round here, but yeah.
A little bit there.
It didn't go anywhere else. Okay, that's fine. Do you think that you'll be able to sit in that chair? How many children have you got?
4.
4. Keep your hands full then, yeah? With burns, unfortunately, there's nothing that we can do immediately to fix them or anything like that. But cool them down. It's important to cool that right down as much as we can. And then pain relief, really. Adrienne's scald was more like a surface, sort of superficial burn. And it was so painful because of that. If it were a deeper, more serious burn, she may not have felt as much discomfort. because of where the nerves are and everything, because they're so close to the top. They're all a little bit excited, aren't they?
Shouldn't they be going to sleep?
So, silly question. If you were to give us a pain score out of 10, 10's the worst pain you've ever felt, and 0's no pain, what number would you give us? An 8. Okay.
In some ways, that's a good thing. Because
Yeah.
if you couldn't feel the pain, it would mean that the burn's are a lot deeper. So that just means that it's just on the top of the skin, which means it will heal by itself. Okay, you just need to keep it nice and clean and dry.
Okay. Are you working at the moment at all? No, full-time mum. That's a job, isn't it?
No, anyway, but I just gave her 6 days.
Oh wow. Okay, so it's a fresh baby then. Okay. Okay, so all of your observations and everything are absolutely fine. Okay. So don't drink tea in bed. Leave that on for another 10 minutes and then take it off, all right? If you get a little bit worried in a couple of days' time, if you think the leg is going funny or it's even more painful, you can always contact your doctor or 111, okay? And they can give you some advice over the telephone. But you need to give it a couple of days to try and start drying out. Hello, boys. You all right? Was that you making all that noise? Playing on the iPad, were you? Ah. Dad thought he was just doing a nice thing, making his very tired wife a cup of tea, fresh out the kettle. So it's not his fault, it's nobody's fault, it's just one of these things. See you later, boys. Behave for mum. Take care.
With Adrienne not needing treatment in hospital, and after just 24 minutes in the house, Hannah and Claire are now ready for their next emergency call.
Yeah, so that did look sore.
Yeah, and it is going to be painful, don't get me wrong, but you are a little bit stuck, you've just got to stick it out, haven't you? That's going to hurt for a good few hours, that is.
I mean, I know what it's like just getting a burn off the iron or the oven or something like that. Mother half's probably going to laugh at that statement when I say iron, because she'd be like, what iron? I don't think I can remember you using an iron.
Chris and Katie, who both took overdoses after an argument, were sent home from hospital the same day after a full checkup. Thankfully, there was no long-term damage done. The couple have now been together 6 months and have moved into a new flat. Gazza's relationship advice seems to have worked. As they say, there have been no more arguments. 4-year-old Ellie, who slipped and cut her head, had the wound glued together at hospital, although she lost half her eyebrow in the process. The cut has completely healed, and Ellie's eyebrow has now grown back. John, who was taken to hospital due to his low heart rate, gave even more cause for concern when it plummeted to just 32 beats a minute. He's now on new levels of medication and back at home, enjoying visits from his grandchildren. An X-ray confirmed that Josh had actually popped his dislocated knee back into place himself. However, his knee was still very swollen and was put in a brace. He spent a month on crutches, but is now back to normal. And Adrienne, who spilt a cup of tea on her groin and burnt herself, has made a good recovery. Unfortunately, she's left with a large scar, but she's hoping it will fade with time. She and her husband and their 4 boys are all doing well.
Can you picture us, buddy?
Yes.
I'll really do a lean in.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Right, I've got indicators on, can't you tell?
There we go. Getting married.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Well, you're getting married?
Why?
Where?
Well, since we I've been told to. That's why we're getting married.
Oh, yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd come to a standstill now, you mean lot. You could have just parted them out waves, couldn't you? Go on, Mr. Jag. Trust me, you're only worth about 350 quid now.
It's coming up to midnight on a Saturday night.
Oh, don't start yawning.
I know.
Loz Horrobin and Dan Smith have been on shift since tea time.
We're nearly halfway.
It's flown.
It has.
It's been a busy shift and the calls keep coming.
Red 2, unknown patient, female, chest pain.
Chest pain.
And that's all we've got at the minute.
A 72-year-old woman has pressed her panic button to alert her carers
Clear left.
after waking up with severe chest pain and palpitations. They arrive at the house in just 6 minutes.
Have you got your ears on you?
Yeah. Can you get around that way?
Yeah.
Their body cameras record everything as they work.
It's the ambulance service. Is it Florence, is it?
Yeah.
Hello, Florence. My name's Loz. This is Dan. You okay?
Could you pop your finger in there for me? Thank you.
Just have your wrist. What's been happening tonight, Florence?
I don't know, I've just woke up and with this terrible pain in my chest.
Whereabout is this pain? If you can point to it for me.
Somewhere here, yeah.
Is it right in the middle?
Yeah.
Generally, when people say chest pain, first thing you kind of think of is MI, heart attack. Obviously, if they have got chest pain, we don't want to increase any work for the heart, so we asked her to sit down straight away. And you said you just got up. Did it wake you from your sleep?
Yeah.
And it happened all of a sudden, did it?
Yeah, yeah.
The pain that you've got, if you score it out of 10 for me,
That arm's going to go tight.
what number would you score it?
10.
Come on, 7 to it.
OK. Is it a sharp pain, a dull pain?
Not a sharp pain.
A sharp pain. Does it make you feel short of breath at all?
Yeah.
The signs aren't good. They start to monitor Florence's heart to get a clearer picture of what's going on.
Oh, hello.
Florence has had her dog Patch by her side for 9 years, and tonight he's not budging.
Dan, can you call the dog, please?
Patch!
I think he's trying to protect you.
Yeah.
The monitor shows that Florence's heart is beating too quickly, at over 150 beats per minute.
Have you ever had any episodes where your heartbeat's been irregular or fast at all?
Not as I'm aware on, this is the first time.
OK. So you've never had what they call SVT before? You've never heard that term?
Just popping this in your ear, young lady.
And on the ECG, we could see that it was a supraventricular tachycardia, or more commonly known as SVT. It can be quite serious, obviously. Your heart normally beats between, for a healthy adult, 60 and 80 beats a minute. If it works too hard for long periods of time, there is a chance that it could stop completely.
Florence is worried, but Loz has got a plan to try to reset her heart. She decides to use a technique called the Valsalva manoeuvre.
What we're going to do is we're just going to get you to try and blow into a syringe for me. It sounds a bit strange, but we're just going to try and help to settle your heart rate.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you can make a tight seal and blow out for me. Keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing. And stop. That's lovely. By getting the lady to blow into the syringe, she's sort of bearing down, which sometimes can knock the heart rate back to a normal rhythm. Just for 2-3 seconds, blow out.
In this case, it didn't really work, so it was a matter of getting into hospital.
Can I try and pop a needle in your arm? Is that OK?
Yeah.
Just in case your heart rate changes and we need to give you anything, OK? Keep your arm just there for me, Florence, that's it.
Am I going to be all right?
We'll get you to the hospital. They can sort out your heart rate.
Okay. Get that back to a normal level.
It's all right.
I think the kitchen light
Sharp
was on.
scratch, keep still for me. Sorry.
I couldn't understand what the flying mill was happening. I'd only just gone to bed.
It's been a distressing night for Florence. But 25 minutes after the crew arrived, her heart rate is finally starting to drop.
Is it coming down?
It is. It's come down to sort of in the 90s. It's just your blood pressure.
She's now stable enough for a swift journey to hospital. Loz radios ahead to A&E, so they're ready for Florence's arrival.
We've got a 76-year-old female. She was in query SVT on our arrival, about 150, 160. Quite clammy. Rest of her obs are fine. Popped a cannula in and it's settled at about 90 at the moment, and we've got P waves. Thank you very much. Bye. Okay there, Florence.
Okay. Thanks ever so much.
You're welcome. You still got no pain?
No.
You're going to tell me if that pain comes back? Is
Yeah,
that
I will.
okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
I'll let the hospital know, obviously, you've got the dog as well. Yeah. And I'll try and phone your brother when we get to the hospital.
Yeah.
Let's just sort you out first, okay?
Yes, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Still no pain?
No.
Okay.
How are we doing?
All right.
Is me driving all right?
Yeah.
Good eye.
Florence will now be assessed by a heart specialist who'll try to find out what's caused her chest pain and racing heart rate. Neil Weaver and Steve Geno work together a lot, but they never run out of things to talk about.
What is it with these camouflage tracksuits, man?
Have you not got one?
They are the most awful thing I've seen in ages. I think they even surpassed the onesie for sheer awfulness.
Telling me you do not possess a onesie?
I don't possess a onesie. Have you got a onesie?
I have.
Have you got a Peter Griffin onesie?
I've got a Peter Griffin one, which looks like I'm wearing my uniform. Short white sleeve shirt and green trousers.
Steve's very much a family man. He's been married for 15 years and has 2 children. Neil's more likely to be found out on his motorbike on his days off.
You can't underestimate the comfort of a onesie unless you've tried one.
It's the whole lack of dignity that comes with wearing a onesie.
Why do you need dignity? Where are you going? I wouldn't be wearing it out.
I suppose it does do away with the problem of breezes and things when you go out to fetch the milk in.
Neil and Steve are responding to a 999 call from a 26-year-old who's come off her moped on a busy road.
Trauma. Patient came off motorbike, injured knee and massive blunt injury.
So she's not hit anything and she's just slid off?
Sounds like it.
Because Neil rides a motorbike himself, he's well aware of how bad it can be when you have an accident.
I remember my riding instructor always used to say to me, he says, remember that you're the block of cheese and the road's a cheese grater. He says, because that's what'll happen when you fall off.
Yeah.
And I've had vast experience in that.
Well, you've come off your motorbike. I know you've fallen off you.
I broke my collarbone and all.
Not nice.
And there was a woman stopped and I was trying to get myself up off the floor, but I'd only got one arm. This woman was like, no, you must stay still, you must try to hold my head. And I was like, get off, get out!
Get off me, I'm a paramedic.
You are, yeah.
Take first exit in roundabout.
she right in the centre?
There she is then, in the central reservation.
Fantastic.
You have reached your destination.
Still get past there.
Jackie's moped skidded on the wet tarmac as she approached the roundabout, throwing her into the road.
What's your name, chick?
Jackie.
Jackie.
Straight away, they need to check whether she's injured her spine.
Just keep your head nice and still for me, darling.
In the worst situations, it can cause paralysis.
Just try and keep your head still for me, all right? Any pain coming down here?
No.
Anything further down your back, down the middle?
No, nothing.
Nothing down there?
No.
Any pins and needles anywhere at all?
No.
You can feel your fingers, you
Yeah.
can feel your toes?
Yeah.
OK then, lovely.
You don't want to move somebody who's potentially injured the neck because obviously everything sort of comes through there from your brain down to the rest of your body and that could potentially cause paralysis and things like that. So we need to make sure that that's OK.
So where are you hurting?
My left knee.
Your left one. All right to have a look?
Yeah.
Have you stood on it since?
No, I hopped.
Can you feel your toes?
Yeah.
You move them for me? Feel all right?
Jackie landed right on her knee and scraped it along the road as she fell from her bike.
Tight, can I cut them? Yeah, thank you.
Just have your wrist a sec, darling.
Even through 2 layers of clothing, the force of the fall has ripped the skin.
It's a good bit of bruising you got there, isn't it, eh?
Oh, I always bruise really bad.
You'll probably bruise a little bit more after this. Does that feel okay?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I can feel.
Your kneecap seems like it's where it should be. Obviously, we've got quite a bit of heavy bruising on the front there, and you've taken the skin off it. When you factor in that knee has hit tarmac at 20 mile an hour, there's potential there for quite significant injury within the knee itself.
Paramedics always ask patients to rate their pain level on a scale of 1 to 10. Jackie's put hers at 9, so they need to get it under control before they can move her into the ambulance.
Let's try you with a bit of gas and air. Right, have you had this before?
No.
Take hold of it. Make a good seal round here with your lips and breathe in and out through there. We'll give you a couple of minutes on that. All right? And then we'll get you to stand up and we'll just pop you onto the bed. Shall we get you up then, get you in the warm? And we'll give that to you.
Right, all you've literally got to do is just put your weight through your good leg, all right? Okay. Ready?
Bend your good leg.
On
give
the
us a
count of
push.
3. 1, 2, 3.
That's it. Hang on. A little.
Do we still give way to the right?
I don't really fancy going all the way around the island.
It's a bit excessive.
That's it. Don't click. How are you feeling now? Still pretty bad, that pain.
Yeah.
We'll see how your knee's feeling in a moment.
It's the first time you've come off.
Yeah, I've only been past a month.
So you're a proper biker now, then?
I don't know if you can say that.
When you came off, were you aware of anything happening to your knee?
No, just
Did you feel anything? Did it shift?
felt my knee crunch on hit the floor. That was all I felt.
How fast were you going?
About 15, 20, so I weren't.
Yeah, it's enough though, isn't it? A 15, 20 mile an hour impact directly onto your knee.
No, it definitely is.
Yeah, it's not pleasant. Actually, I don't know whether that kneecap might be displaced upwards. I think it is.
Oh, really?
You can feel top there.
Yeah.
Are you able to bend your knee as it is at the moment? If you can't, it hurts too much. Do you want to use some of the gas and air?
No, I'm good.
Sure?
Yeah.
How's that feel?
It's fine.
Whereabouts is that hurting?
It's pulling here, it's hurting
Across the
already
bottom?
here, yeah.
If Jackie has dislocated her kneecap, she may well have torn the surrounding tissue.
You all right?
Yeah, it's hurt.
Do you want to try this gas some more?
No.
Because it's pretty good stuff.
I'm just still at hospitals.
You don't like hospitals, why? Is that what's upsetting you more than the...
Yeah. So we haven't done anything to it bad.
But Jackie has to go to A&E. She needs an X-ray to see the extent of the damage to her kneecap.
How's the pain now?
Still hurting. It's throbbing.
Not as bad as it was?
It still feels the same, to be honest.
It only takes 13 minutes to reach the hospital. If Jackie has dislocated her kneecap, it will need to be manipulated back into place and will take about 6 weeks to properly heal.
You've had better days, haven't you, I think?
999 road activated.
And here we go, passing another ambulance, coming the other way, and we all wave.
That was nice waves, wasn't it?
How many times have you waved at one of them?
Well, Morrison.
Yeah.
I don't know who I've just waved to. I'm not sure if it was a doctor,
It was a
ambulance,
doctor.
or whoever. I don't care anymore.
No.
I would happily wave at the Morrisons fans. I'm not bothered. Okay.
Hannah and Carly are halfway through a 12-hour shift.
I can remember from like a really tiny age being excited every time I saw an ambulance. So from a little girl you wanted to be a paramedic? Yeah. Not at any point.
For Carly, the job runs in her blood.
So I wanted to do this job from probably about the age of 15.
Her dad was a paramedic, her sister works at Control, and her mum works for the health service too.
When I left school, it wasn't as easy to get into the service, the route that I've done it now. Yeah. So I went into nursing instead. I went and did my nurse training. I was 32, 33. I thought that it was too late for me to be a paramedic then. And then No way, are you 33? 32, 34 now. Are you joking me? No, I'm 34 Really? now. Seriously? Yeah, 34.
Blimey.
And
Don't look it.
thanks. And now I've turned round again and I'm finally going to be a paramedic.
Case number 2144. Got a 2-year-old male. Fitting. Patient has just had a convulsion. It's the 3rd one today.
999 road activated.
Carly Manning and Hannah Meredith are responding to an emergency call. A 2-year-old boy is having a series of fits.
Children don't regulate their temperature like adults do. And when they become pyrexic, as in a high temperature, quite often they'll fit.
Have a fit. It's like the body's automatic response to try and cool them down.
Just 5 minutes after the call came in, Hannah and Carly are on scene. Inside, full-time mum Jasmine is waiting for them to come and see 2-year-old Tyler, who's extremely lethargic.
What's happened?
He's had a febrile convulsion.
Okay. Is he known to have them then?
Yeah, he's 3rd one today.
Okay. Has he been up the hospital today?
Twice.
He's been up the hospital twice as well.
His 3rd convulsion today.
How long did it last for?
5 minutes. The first 2 have lasted 2 minutes, so it's longer than...
So it's longer than the previous 2.
Quite warm in here though, sweet. Do you want to open a window? It's quite stuffy.
It's not the first time Tyler's mum has had to call an ambulance for him. Last year, he had meningitis.
Tyler, can I pop this in your ear, darling? 38.9.
Has he got any medical problems?
Query asthma, ketotic hypoglycemia.
Oh dear me.
Ketotic hypoglycemia is when blood sugar drops too low. Carly checks to see if that's what's causing the problem today.
Did they do this before? Just take a drop of blood from his heel, just to check his blood sugar.
Has he been eating and drinking?
He's not eating anything yet. I was literally just about to dish tea up and then it happened again.
Yeah. You're going to be really good for me, Tyler. Yeah? It's going to be sharp just for a second. Well done. Good boy. I'm sorry.
Tyler's blood sugars are normal, so that rules out hypoglycemia.
How many convulsions has he had in the past?
I've lost count now.
So he's quite a regular occurrence then. He's had them since he was little.
Good lad.
That's started last year.
That's better.
All right, okay.
Going to cuddle off your mum.
Before they can get Tyler to hospital, Hannah and Carly want to make sure his oxygen levels are okay, as that could be another cause of his seizure.
He's like a crocodile, look. Stop, stop. Stop, stop. Can you bite your finger? Ready, steady. Stop. That's better. That's 98, 99. Right, 129. That's a good boy. Can I just shine this light in Tyler's eyes? You screwing your eyes up so you don't have to look. Look, it's magic. What happens when I blow? Look. Come on, look. You blow. You did that? How good is that? You have a little look at your eyes, Tyler. Look at my nose. Lovely. 1s and 3s.
Lovely.
Tyler's pupils are reacting normally, and he's starting to come round from the fit. But after having had 3 episodes today, there's no choice but another trip to hospital.
We go and see the doctor then. Tyler had already been in hospital twice that day already, which is quite a significant amount. The more seizures he has, and she'd obviously said that it was longer than normal as well. You know, the brain's going to be starved of oxygen. You know, he's got to be really careful that brain damage doesn't happen. Sorry, Joe. We'll pop him in that seat in the corner. All right.
For Jasmine and Tyler, this is their 3rd trip in an ambulance today.
How long did they keep you in for the last 2 times you went in?
First one we got there about 2 o'clock. Since in about 3 hours. Woke up at 5 o'clock yesterday morning. I've had about 4.5 hours sleep since then.
Oh, you've had a really long day then, haven't you? But you're shattered. Do you want to get out now? 1, 2, 3. Oh.
It's the familiar sight of children's A&E, where Tyler will be monitored in case he has another fit.
When I booked him in, the receptionist said he'd had 30 admissions.
30?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's
Bless him.
convulsions.
3 of them were today.
Yeah. He's a happy little thing, though.
He was, to be fair, yeah. He just didn't like the seat.
No, he didn't like the car seat. Went to a little one the same age as him a couple of weeks ago, and he looked awful. He just looked dreadful. And the last February, he'd had a respiratory arrest.
Oh, really?
But for parents, seeing that, just especially, you're not told really, are you, as parents?
No, it's very scary.
It's 9:30 in the evening. Dan Edwards and Mike Arrowsmith are 10.5 hours into their 12-hour shift.
Speed up, speed up.
Oh, hold on. There we are.
A 999 call comes in.
What's up? Cut to leg. What's left?
It's from an elderly lady who's hurt herself.
An unknown named 81-year-old female, which has a cut to her leg, unknown what's happened. He's over here. There's a car park in the bottom there. You can go round, 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 unless it's this first one here.
Arrival mode activated.
It takes them just 5 minutes to get to the house.
Hello.
Taxi driver and took her to the church.
Yeah.
I brought her back and she scratched her leg when she got out of the taxi.
Oh dear. Does it hurt?
Tingling, lots.
Tingling.
I've got cellulitis in it.
Cellulitis.
Steve has been taking Joan to church twice a week for years. He was so concerned about her leg that he stayed with her until the ambulance arrived.
Right, I'm going to have a look at this leg. Clean it up a bit. Yes.
Joan suffers from severe cellulitis, a painful infection of the deep layers of the skin.
Sorry if this stings.
The cut could cause the infection to spread quickly to the rest of her body. In the most serious cases, it can be life-threatening.
Took a chunk out of there, got subcut fat and everything showing. Bit of water.
See, I got to...
Right then. So as she's getting out of the taxi, what's she called?
Can you lift this leg up?
Oh, God.
Sorry, I need to just get this dressing on.
Because of the risk of infection spreading, Joan needs to go to A&E to have the cut closed up properly.
I don't know what they're really going to do with it. I don't think they're certainly not going to be able to stitch it because you haven't got enough tissue viability because of your cellulitis. Whether they'll just put a load of glue on it, let it heal, and you'll just have a bit of a scar.
Right then, my dears.
Joan struggles with her mobility. As well as the cellulitis, she has to wear a brace on her left leg. Joan has been a widow for 32 years. Her niece lives nearby and helps with her shopping. And carers check on her 3 times a day.
Do you smoke or drink?
Never.
Beautiful. How's your hearing?
The hearing's all right, but it's my eyes.
Yeah. Right.
Mike checks through Joan's medication.
Do you have asthma as well, or COPD?
Yeah, asthma and asthma. And asbestos.
Asbestosis?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What did you used to do for a job?
I used to work in a factory.
Ah, is that where
The factory made aluminium for car parts, and Joan worked there for 24 years.
What's the reason for the leg thing? You know, the brace?
Well, a few years back I was mugged.
Really?
They kicked it.
Oh, they kicked your leg?
Oh.
My God.
And after they kicked it, I had to go into the sandwell. And he had to fracture under the bone to straighten the leg up.
My God. Who's your next of kin?
Oh, well, I've only got my niece.
Your niece, what's her name?
Sharon.
Sharon.
But Mike's not used to the new high-tech tablet yet, and even putting in the simplest of details gets a bit confusing all round.
Where's the D? Is it G?
You're getting me confused.
Got the D somewhere, Mike. Come on.
I knew there was a D in there somewhere.
There's nowhere else the D could be, really, was there, Mike?
He's a nutter, he's a...
Do you know he should concentrate on driving, shouldn't he, really?
Is he safe to drive?
Is he? Hell, he hasn't even got a licence yet.
Have you got a feather in your pants?
Feather? How do you mean?
Because you keep laughing.
You make me smile. So can you see quite close up then, or is it? Can you see that?
What is it?
That's your leg. That's where you've cut yourself.
Is that my leg?
It is indeed. See there? It's like it's a bit of a jagged cut. It's more like a tear.
Is that my leg?
It is.
Now Joan's seen how deep her wound is, she's worried about how long she might be in hospital.
Concentrate on driving.
Will they bring me back tonight?
And I can't see why they'd keep it. It just needs, the wound just needs assessing, needs cleaning, and then it needs closing properly. And then you need another lot of antibiotics to come home with.
And have you got to bring me back?
We won't personally, because we finish in half hour.
No, you ain't going to finish.
Have I got to stop on to bring you home?
Yeah.
I'll try my best, but they won't let me.
Oh.
They arrive at Walsall Manor Hospital at 22:11. It's going to be a late night for Joan.
Are you ready?
Oh.
You holding on?
Oh, I've got a little kiddie.
Yeah.
999 mode activated.
It's 6:30 in the morning, and it's the first call out of the shift for Simon Little and Michelle McNulty.
Okie dokie. So, we've got a 9 months old with breathing problems.
What's her name? Elsie.
Elsie.
Little girl. Kiddo.
Poor little girl.
Extreme caution. Cab door open. Arrival
Hiya.
They're at the house in just 4 minutes.
You're right.
Hello, guys.
The baby's mum is waiting to meet them at the door.
Hello.
You are cute.
You can tell me what's been going on.
She's quite distressed with her breathing.
Since last night, as she's doing the cough, she's coughing that much, she's throwing her milk up, so she's kept nothing down, and she's got a bit of diarrhea as well.
Oh, no.
I mean, she's happy in
So it's
herself,
been the
if
last,
you
how many
listen.
days we're saying this has been going on?
Probably 3 days, she's had a bit of a chesty cough.
Okay. Is she coughing anything up?
No.
Just a
I
cough.
think it's coming up with her swallowing it, if you know what I mean. You can hear
You can hear something.
Yeah. But
Okay.
since last night, yesterday evening, she's been throwing her
Hello.
milk up, so...
Hi.
Okay. And you said that...
Elsie's on antibiotics for her second chest infection in just 6 weeks. She had a routine round of immunisations yesterday and has now been awake since 4 a.m, struggling to breathe properly and with an upset stomach.
All right. I'm gonna have a little listen to her breathing, Mum. All right. How old is she?
She's just turned 9 months.
Just turned 9 months. You have? This might be a bit cold. I'm so sorry.
She's had a bottle though. She won't
Let's have a listen.
harder.
Yeah.
It's fine. We'll work around that, won't we? Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
Simon can hear a crackle when Elsie breathes. He's keen for her to be seen by a paediatrician at hospital to rule out any serious breathing condition.
Okay. Does she feel warm to touch?
She was really warm when I got her out. That's what I
She's
stripped
not
her off, so.
too bad now.
Let's do your temperature.
I stripped her off and just put her on our bed for like an hour. And
Yeah.
she seems to...
There we go. We're coming in. I'm coming in. Sorry. 37.6. Any rashes you've noticed? That's
She had
all.
a bit of a prickly heat rash on the back of her neck.
yeah.
It's calming down a bit now.
Okay. Is it still there now?
Yeah,
What jabs did she have yesterday?
she had the last.
Because sometimes they can get a bit poorly after their jabs as well,
She
you
has had this
see.
cough for a couple of days.
Right.
I don't
So
know if that
before
would
the
have made it
jabs.
worse or... I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Every child reacts differently.
Yeah.
We've both got children. We're both parents. It does really make you feel you've got a connection with that patient and that family, because you wouldn't want it to be your own child, which makes you want to do the best for them. OK, her heart rate's at the top side of normal. OK. Same with her breathing. OK, it's still on the top side of normal. She's got some congestion on her chest, some crackles. All right, so that needs to be seen at the hospital today.
While they get Elsie's things together, Michelle seizes the chance for a quick cuddle.
Hiya! Hiya!
That's a bit fair. Could have got rid of one.
2 days ago.
And to get her in there, it's just...
He's absolutely adorable.
It's time to get little Elsie to the specialists at the hospital.
You ready then, Si?
I'm ready when you are.
Okey-doke.
During the journey, Simon keeps a constant watch on Elsie's heart rate and breathing.
So you said you've got a bit of asthma, is that right?
Yeah,
Dad's more asthma related. Okay, fair enough.
You're breathing.
That's good. It's calming down a bit now, which is all good.
They pull up outside A&E, but superstitious Simon isn't happy with the arrival time for his paperwork.
7:13, Si.
13?
Yeah, sorry.
Right, 15 then.
I'll be happy about that.
Have you got her?
Yeah.
There we go.
Elsie will now be checked by doctors to try to work out what's causing her breathing difficulties.
Hello.
Have you noticed this new craze of dyeing your hair grey?
Who's doing that?
People.
You sure they're not just naturally going grey? And they're just pulling your finger saying, oh yeah, I dyed it. I like it.
No, it's a new thing, isn't it?
Really? What, like young people doing it?
It's like wearing cargo shorts with a tank top, apparently. That's like a new phase now, Laura's telling me. I've been wearing that for years.
4362, got your mobile. We've had a call from this D guy. We've rang it back 3 times. No reply back through, but the caller did request ambulance. If you wouldn't mind having a quick drive by and see if anything's going on.
What if we want?
Going to a telephone kiosk.
Why?
Caller has just shouted he needs an ambulance down the phone, or she needs an ambulance, and then hung up. They've rang it back 3 times. There's no answer, so it can't be that important.
I'll let them come through because they might be on an actual job. Right, I honestly do not know where there'll be a telephone kiosk down here. Certainly not one there. Oh, there's a telephone kiosk. You don't think it's that one, do you? There's definitely no one anywhere there.
Pull up alongside it anyway, and I'll get them to ring it back for you. 4362.
62.
Yeah, we're at the telephone kiosk on this job now. Is there any chance of giving it a call just to hear it go off so we know it's the right one?
Roger.
Is he ringing it now?
There should be. Can you see the telephone box, Mike? Have you found it?
I've zoomed in on it, mate. There's no one round here, though. There's no one even in the bushes. It ain't ringing either.
4362.
62. I've just rang it, no answer.
Wrong one. It didn't ring.
I don't know if there's one a bit further up Haggard Street then.
Roger, we'll have a look for another one. Steve.
Yeah.
Dan and Mike only have a postcode to identify where the call came from.
This is Shore Road coming up.
This one?
Pause. What's down there?
You see anything? Your turn to have a walk round. Get out.
Extreme caution. Cab door open.
It's got to be that one, innit?
It's got to be, but it didn't ring.
Right, where we are now, there's no telephone kiosk. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the one we've just been to, try and get the number and see if it matches yours.
Okay.
All this time and energy over some stupid prank call. Are you sure you're just not deaf?
It definitely didn't ring. I mean, I haven't heard a telephone box ring in years, but that one didn't ring.
I'll go. I'll do a proper job, Mike. I knew you would.
You even watched me press
I know I did. Stinks in here. 4362.
4362.
To confirm, even though it didn't ring back, that is the correct telephone number as documented on the wall. There's no one here. Absolute waste of time.
It is.
This has cost the service more than just responding an ambulance, though, hasn't it? It's cost them in terms of man-hours that could be responded elsewhere. Cost someone their life, probably.
Ultimately, yeah.
All because they did something that they think is funny.
Can you feel your toes?
After her moped accident, Jackie's kneecap was badly bruised, but turned out not to be dislocated.
He's been up the hospital twice as well.
Tyler was kept in hospital for 2 nights with a viral infection. But after being sent home, he was readmitted the next day with diarrhea and vomiting.
Sorry if this stings.
Joan, who'd cut her leg getting out of a taxi, had the wound cleaned and closed up. It was 4 a.m. before she got back home from hospital. Steve, her taxi driver, popped by the next day to check she was okay.
And that, as they say, is that.